business work. Could you just take us into a place you've worked with accelerators, early stage companies in one of your roles. How do you help build those design features in at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, so most of my roles have been mostly focused at business activity. So there is the whole kind of like how you design the business, but the business activity and looking at projects. So I was working with WWF, their Nature-based Solutions accelerator. You take Nature-based Solutions, there's a lot which makes kind of a lot of sense, but again, you're trying to integrate it into a system which fundamentally doesn't make sense. So something I joined a ministerial roundtable in India about a year ago where they were talking about urban heat islands, and they are now putting in air conditioning on the sides of buildings in cities because it's a life or death issue. When you stand back from that, if you were to look at that system from space, you've got lots of things on the sides of buildings which are blowing hot air across the street to somebody else who straps something on and blows hot air. All of it's being fired by sort of coal-fired electricity. It's like you created a convection heater in a city to have as a cooling system. Nature-based solutions can create cooling for the people living there and for their neighbours. But you can't just do that as an individual. You can't come home and say, I didn't get the air conditioner, I've got a shrub. So you need an intervention. You need an intervention which brings together the ecosystem, the manufacturers, government, all of those kind of stakeholders to be able to actually create value. Because so much of our economic model has been based upon extraction of one type of capital, financial capital, and has basically kind of created a sort of an accounting system as if no other form of capital matters. If you can create value across all those kind of capitals, then it's creating real value and it will ultimately make money. It does, however, have to be intermediated through the relationships to be able to do. But there's also nature-based solutions in terms of regenerative agriculture. But regenerative agriculture is going to be driven not because whoever gets elected says that something is a risk or that there's some regulation which tells you it's a risk. It's by farmers realising their soils don't work anymore. Exactly. It's that the floods wash away the crops. You can't drill seed. That all of the crops get destroyed in extreme heat. And actually building more resilient systems is going to create that value and ultimately lead to more profitable and reliant businesses.
So you really have to understand the system in which you are bringing your service or product, and you design with that in mind. If you design in an isolation, either within the company isolation or within the systemic isolation, you're at danger of missing the direction that you're trying to ensure you go at.